Minecraft 1.20 has added some new items, and in this video we will be going over the uses, functionalities, where to find, and how to craft armor trims. So what am I waiting for? Let's get right into it. Well, first off, you need to know how to even access the armor trims. So the first thing you have to do is go to your Minecraft launcher, make sure it's on Java Edition, and then go to installations. Make sure you have all these versions checkmarked: releases, snapshots, and modded. And one of the first options should be called latest snapshot, which has a crafting table icon. At the time of this recording, it is 1.19.4-RC2. Then you can click play on it, and once it's loaded, it should be like this. Now, once you're loaded in with Minecraft, you must open a single player world. So create your new world. But before you hit create, you must go to experiments and toggle on update 1.20. So all the 1.20 items can be enabled in your world. Then customize your world as usual. Now that you're in your world, you should be able to access all the 1.20 items. Now how to find the armor trims. The first armor trim, which is the Sentry armor trim, you can find inside of the loot chest in the pillager outpost at the top. Most of the time it will spawn 1 or 2. As you can see, we got 2 right here. The crafting recipe for the Sentry armor trim is 7 diamonds in a U-shaped formation, cobblestone in the middle, and 1 of the Sentry armor trims at the top. This will be able to duplicate it. The Dune armor trim is found in the loot chest in the dungeons of the desert pyramids. Make sure to safely disable the pressure plate so you don't blow up. As you can see, we got 2 Dune armor trims in 1 chest. They do not have a 100% chance of spawning here though. The crafting recipe for the Dune armor trim is 7 diamonds in the same U-like formation, 1 regular sandstone in the middle, and the Dune armor trim template on the top. And you can duplicate them. The coast armor trim can be found inside of the chests in the shipwrecks. If we get lucky, we should be able to find 2. Yep, we found 2 coast armor trims. They do not always spawn in the chest, and that is the same for every other armor trim, no matter if it's in a chest, a loot table, or a mob drop. The crafting recipe for the coast armor trim is the 7 diamonds, a piece of cobblestone in the middle, and the coast armor trim at the top. The wild armor trim can sometimes be found in the loot chests in the jungle temples. Be careful to avoid the traps set by them. Oh, got hit by one already. Not that good at that. As you can see, we found 2 wild armor trims inside the loot chest. The crafting recipe for said armor trim is the 7 diamonds, mossy cobblestone, and a wild armor trim at the top. And you get 2. The tied armor trim can only be found in the ocean monuments, and you have to kill the Elder Guardian in order to get it. And it doesn't have a 100% chance of spawning, which is unfortunate. Make sure to bring lots of milk buckets and water breathing potions. We're gonna need them. As you can see, I just killed 1 Elder Guardian, and I did not get the armor trim. So we're gonna have to find the other one and not die to these regular guardians. As you can see, I just killed the 2nd Elder Guardian, but unfortunately I did not get the tied armor trim. So we will have to find another monument, but for the case of this video, I will just give myself it. The recipe for the tied armor trim is again 7 diamonds, 1 block of prismarine, and the tied armor trim, and you can duplicate them. The ward armor trim can be found in the ancient city's loot chest. Be careful not to make too much noise, or the wardens that may spawn will come find you. Again, to activate the shriekers, you need to activate any one of them 4 times. Once you activate one 4 times, the rest will activate by themselves. As you can see, we got a ward armor trim right here. Now I will carefully sneak out of here. The recipe for the ward armor trim is as follows: 7 diamonds, cobble deep slate, ward armor trim. Again, make sure to Yeah, you gotta carefully sneak out so you don't yeah, you know, trigger the wardens and hopefully not die. Yeah, don't do what I did just now. Don't run. Try to use wool blocks and don't die. Next armor trim. Find the Vex Armor Trim. You must search for the secret chest inside the Woodland Mansion. Right here. I know there is one in the attic, but they can vary between different Woodland Mansions. As you can see, we found one Vex Armor Trim in this chest. They're pretty rare, however. The recipe for the Vex Armor Trim is the 7 diamonds, piece of cobblestone, and the Vex Armor Trim, which gives you 2. The Rib Armor Trim can be found inside the Nether Fortress's loot chest. Again, not a 100% chance, but we did find one right here. It's the Rib Armor Trim. Crafting recipe for the Rib Armor Trim is the 7 diamonds, piece of netherrack in the middle, and the armor trim. You get 2. The Snout Armor Trim can be found inside the loot chest and Bastion Remnants. Make sure to wear a piece of gold armor so you don't get trash thrown by the hoglins. And beware of the hoglins, they do immense knockback. In this chest we didn't find any, but we can search the rest of the chest in the Bastion. Okay, let's check this one. Yep, as you can see, we got 1 Snout Armor Trim. The recipe for the Snout Armor Trim is 7 diamonds, blackstone in the middle, and the Snout Armor Trim. And you get 2 armor trims from that. The Eye Armor Trim can sometimes be found in the loot chest in the Stronghold. It's not a 100% chance, but it is very common compared to other armor trims. Let's see if we can find a loot chest. Oh, one right here. And as you can see, we got 1 Eye Armor Trim in that chest. The crafting recipe for the Eye Armor Trim is 7 diamonds, an end stone in the center, and an Eye Armor Trim. And this gives you 2, once again. The last armor trim, the Spire Armor Trim, can be found inside the loot chest and in cities. As you can see right here, we got 2 Spire Armor Trims in this chest. The recipe for the Spire Armor Trim is 7 diamonds, 1 purple block, and a Spire Armor Trim. And you get 2 from here. That is all the armor trims and how you get them. Now we will be going over what materials you can use and how you can use them. Now, what materials can you use on your armor trims? Well, you have the iron ingot, copper ingot, gold ingot, netherite ingot, diamond, emerald, lapis lazuli, redstone dust, nether quartz, and an amethyst shard. Now, how do you actually use the armor trims or to put them on the armor? Well, first you need to take your set of armor. For this I'm using netherite, but you can use any sort of armor set. Any aforementioned materials, and you can mix and match materials between the different trims, and your armor trims are your choice. And you can also mix the armor trims. Then you need a smithing table. Open the smithing table. Put the armor trim in the first slot. Put the material in the third slot. Then the armor piece in the middle slot or the second slot. And it will show a preview over here, and then you can grab it right here. You can also stack armor trims of the same type, materials of the same type. Now I have a full set of armor with my own custom trims. These are what all 11 armor trims look like on their armor. Here's the Sentry armor trim. Here's the Spire armor trim. Pause the video if you need to, by the way. This is the Snout armor trim. By the way, this centerpiece is why they call it the Snout, because this kind of looks like a pig snout. This is the Rib armor trim. These colors on every single armor piece are darker than usual. because they're supposed to be like wither skeletons. This is the Dune armor trim. This is the wild armor trim. Note the backs on the wild armor trim are darker than usual. This is the eye armor trim. The centerpiece is just a little bit darker than the rest of the armor. This is the Vex Armor Trim. Some of the parts of the eyebrows and some parts of the center are darker than usual. This is the Tide Armor Trim. This is the Ward Armor Trim. This centerpiece is darker than usual. And this is the Coast Armor Trim. Okay, those are all their different armor trims and their special attributes. You guys can comment down below what your favorite kind of armor trims are, or colors, or styles, or whatever. Or you can even mix and match, remember, because I believe there's about 600 different combinations with the different types of armor, materials, and trims, all randomized. I think there's about 600 something armor trim combination. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. I'm going to try to be uploading more guides like this and longer videos. I love you all. Stay safe out here. Peace.